Hi Lillian, I'm continuing this practice tutorial because it helps me to learn the vowels and to go over what we've done in singing as well as to send them along to you. So thank you for bearing with me and let's have some fun. I want to start off today by talking about the components of your instrument. Three of those components are the lips, the tongue, and the jaw. There's more, but that's what we'll be talking about today. We will also be going over the sound qualities of the eh, and oo, and how to form those sounds. And lastly, a technique of breathing. And since I've brought that up, I think I'll go ahead and start talking about it. You know, when you're singing, you're sitting up straight, you're ready, and you're thinking the sound that you're going to start, and then you're creating the space in your mouth so that when you fill it with your breath, the sound is the result. So, to think of your lungs as a paper bag being filled. And as the bag is being filled, you kind of yawn into it as you inhale, which to me is a little bit counterintuitive, but we've been practicing it, and it actually does help relax the jaw. And so you're not drawing in breath with your shoulders or even with your solar plexus, but the bag of your lungs is expanding like a good old Ralph's bags, and it's being filled with and an exercise for your lips is to go but I'm going to do that later on because I want to skip it. And the other one is to make a tube. Woo, 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 woo. You don't want to sing with your lips pulled back like that. All right. And then for your jaw, go ahead and put your fingers in the joint of your jaw and move it around. And I can actually move it more than I used to be in the last month or two because I've been working on this. Just around. And then the tongue goes top, bottom, side to side. And you want those to be under your conscious control when you're singing. So what did I say? I said the lips, the tongue, and the jaw. Okay. And we'll move along. For your lips, you can make a woo, woo sound. And woo, woo. Another warm-up for the lips is the see, I can't even do it because I'm tense for filming. So on, and you can do down stepwise with the there we go. Here's an exercise called the scream. I can actually feel my muscles in my jaw loosening as I pull my fingers down. So for that one, you're using a with your throat nice and open, and then the with the tongue behind the teeth, palate raised. You make as much space as you can for those sounds. When you're singing, you want to feed a continuous energy into the note. And when you go up, you've put energy into it, but not when you come down, because you don't want to lose your volume. And there I am, I'm experimenting with the palate and my lips, trying to get a different quality of sound, because all the vowel sounds have different colors in them. The vowels are the vehicles for sustaining the sound, and brooks, wait a minute, and then consonants are the pebbles in the brooks of sound. So that's kind of picturesque, but that's what Miss Christiana says when she's describing making the sounds. All right, Lillian, so I want to add another closing comment. In today's tutorial, I didn't really talk about pitch production very much. It was more about the mechanics of sound production, the parts of the body, the breathing, the actual physical structure of the parts of the mouth, the throat, etc. One last thing that I want to say, though, is I worked with the sound, and you can actually work with producing that in different places. You can have it really bright and nasally, or you can have it more down in the throat, and we'll see how that sounds comparing. Here goes. I'm going to start with it up in my nasal passages and move it back towards the throat and open up the palate, and you can hear the difference in the sound. So here it goes. So that was quite a change, wasn't it? And I think that was important to go over that, because I did make a lot of humming sounds in my head. But when you're singing, most often you're not going to be singing. So until then, I'll see you next time, my love.